Welcome on this video tutorial. We are going to discuss about the IR spectroscopy. IR spectroscopy is mainly used for the analysis of structure of different molecules. Here, infrared signal is the main part. In this tutorial, I will discuss about the basic background or background science of IR spectroscopy. Here needs the IR signal. Here is a phenomena of IR signal absorption by the sample molecules. Here is some science of change of dipole moment of bonding of molecules. So I will discuss all this with examples also. So entering into the discussion, after completing this tutorial, go to the description for the links of supporting tutorials. Infrared radiation is a part of electromagnetic radiation. The frequency of infrared radiation is just lower than the red visible light. Now in IR spectroscopy is a powerful technique that allows to obtain information about chemical structure of substance by utilizing IR electromagnetic radiation. Chemical structure means mainly here to find which types of functional groups are present into the sample. Here the infrared radiation will be allowed to pass through the sample. While the sample is irradiated with IR radiation, and if the IR radiation have a specific amount of energy, then this causes the vibration of bonding of the molecules. And if the frequency of this vibration is equal to the frequency of the excited IR radiation, and if there is a change of dipole moment of the bonding due to the vibration, then the excited IR radiation is absorbed fully or partially by the sample molecules. Now if we can get the spectrum of input IR radiation and the output IR radiation, we can check the difference. After passing the IR radiation through the sample, this is the transmitted IR radiation, and spectrum of transmitted IR radiation, we see that intensity of few wave numbers has significantly dropped. So at this position the intensity is very much low, again at this position intensity is very much low. So in transmitted spectrum, intensity of few wave numbers has significantly dropped. It indicates that radiation of corresponding wave number has been absorbed by the sample due to the specific vibration. So from this nature of spectrum, it can be detected that which type of structure of this sample is there, and clearly we can say that which type of molecular structure or functional groups are there into the sample. This IR spectroscopy is mainly used to find out the functional group of organic and inorganic molecules. Functional groups like alcohol, amide, carbonyl, benzyl, acyl chloride, nitride, sulfide, etc. And the sample may be solid, powder, liquid or gaseous. Different functional groups have different bending, stretching and wagging phenomena with respect to the different frequencies of IR signal. There are different types of vibration like stretching, wagging, rocking, scissoring, twisting. In this figure, this is symmetric stretching, this is anti-symmetric stretching, this is scissoring, this is rocking, this is wagging, this is twisting. In this case, this is one atom, this is another atom, this is another atom. This creates a particular bond, this creates a particular bond. Now in the case of symmetric stretching, say this is moving in this direction, means the distance between these two atoms will increase, at the same time these two atoms will increase, while this will come closer to this atom and at the same time this will come closer to this atom. This is normally called the symmetric stretching. For the case of antisymmetric, from this figure the distance between these two is short while this is long. After that this will go far from this atom and this will come closer to this atom, so this is antisymmetric. Scissoring, just like scissor, these two atoms at a particular moment will come to closer, so this will rotate in clockwise, this will rotate in anti-clockwise, and the next moment these two will go far. So this acts just like a scissor, so this type of vibration is termed as scissoring. Rocking, say both are moving in same direction. This atom at a particular moment moving in clockwise direction, next time it will move in anti-clockwise direction. This is rocking. This wagging means, say this atom is coming towards me, at the same time this atom is coming towards me, and next moment this is going far and this is going far from me, so this is wagging. This is twisting, thus just twisting in nature. Say this is coming towards me, at that moment this is going far from me, the next moment this is coming towards me and this is going far from me, this is twisting. So these are the examples of different vibrations of atoms in the molecule. From this animated view we can get the clear idea of different types of vibrations. In top left it is symmetric stressing, top right asymmetric stressing, middle left it is scissoring, middle right it is rocking, bottom left it is wagging, and bottom right it is twisting. Now a particular functional group, rather we can say the molecules with a particular functional group absorbs IR radiation if the frequency of IR radiation matches the frequency of the stressing, bending or wagging of the bondings, and if there is a change of dipole moment due to the vibration of the bonding, then the exciting IR radiation will be absorbed by the molecule. Now trying to explain how the change of dipole moment occurs. A particular molecule can be explained like this. Say this is orientation of atoms in a particular molecule. This is one atom, this is another atom. These two atoms forms a dipole. Due to the electronegativity property, this say will have a lower charge with respect to this one, or this one will have a higher charge. So this might be defined as del minus charge and this might be defined as del plus charge. So this will form a dipole, means this is polar bonding. Similarly this is another polar bonding, this is another polar bonding. Now size of the dipole is defined by the dipole moment, which is a function of charge and the distance between these two atoms. Now this dipole moment is a vector quantity which have a particular direction, say from this defined as plus del to minus del. So this is a vector quantity, it has a dimension as well as the direction. This having a vector quantity, this having a vector quantity. Now from this figure, this is carbon oxygen, two bondings are here. This is a equilibrium situation. So one vector is in this direction, another vector is in this direction. So if we want to find out the equivalent of these two dipole moment, then the equivalent of these two will be 0. Now if this is vibrating like this way, means this atom will move in clockwise, this atom will move in anti-clockwise, and this is the position at a particular moment. Now if we want to find out the equivalent dipole moment at this position, the equivalent dipole moment will be different than the previous position. Means at previous position the dipole moment was 0. Now this is one vector, this is another vector. If we find out the equivalent of these two with parallelogram theory, then we will get a particular dipole moment, and that will be in this direction. So in this case, from changing this position to this position, there is a change of dipole moment. Now from this figure, say this is normal position. Now when this is changing position to right direction, at the same time this changing in position in left direction. So at a particular moment, again if we find the resultant dipole moment, the resultant dipole moment will be 0. Dipole moment of initial position was 0. So there is, though there is a vibration, but there is no change of dipole moment. Now here for a particular moment, this oxygen moving rightward direction and coming closer to carbon, and this is going at the same time, this is going far from the carbon. So if we find the resultant, we will get a particular value. Magnitude of this vector and this vector are not equal, so we will get a resultant dipole moment. So initial position there was no value of dipole moment, but at this position there is a value, so there is a change of dipole moment. When the IR radiation will pass through the sample, then according to the structure of the molecule and according to the frequency of the IR radiation, there will be a vibration of the bonding of molecules. If there is a change of dipole moment due to this vibration, then that IR radiation will be absorbed by the molecule. So when the IR radiation is absorbed, at which frequencies IR radiation has been absorbed, according to that value one can identify which type of functional groups are there or what are the construction of the molecules. Taking the example of formaldehyde, the formula of formaldehyde is CH2O, which is having a carbonyl group, carbon and oxygen with a double bond. This bond acts like a spring. Say this will vibrate as stressing vibration. Stressing vibration means this oxygen atom will move upward, next moment it will go downward, again upward, downward. So there will be a change of distance between this oxygen and carbon. This type of stressing is happening here at a particular frequency, say. Now another type of vibration is, say this oxygen atom is moving in clockwise direction at a moment and next moment it will clock in anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise, like this. So this is another type of vibration. Now this type of vibration will occur at a particular frequencies IR radiation's presence. This type of vibration will occur at the presence of IR radiation with another frequency. So for the explanation, I am considering here that this stressing vibration of this carbonyl group will occur at a frequency of 2 Hz and this wagging type of vibration will occur at a frequency of 4 Hz of infrared radiation. Now in real case, this is not 2 Hz and 4 Hz. In real case, it is much higher than this frequency. But for example, considering here 2 Hz for this type of stressing and 4 Hz for wagging type of vibration. Now in the IR spectroscopy, this is the sample which is formaldehyde. Now for the analysis of this sample, one side is the IR source and another side is the detector. Now the frequency of the IR source can be set as per our requirement. So at first step, say I have set the frequency of this IR source is 1 Hz, means this source can emit a infrared radiation of 1 Hz. Now when this 1 Hz signal will pass through the sample, then this will not be absorbed by the sample and the total signal will fall on the detector and detector will detect the signal with 100% intensity. So at that frequency, if we plot the graph, then we will get, say, a particular intensity value corresponding to 1 Hz frequency. Now next moment, we increase the frequency of the source and set the value as 2 Hz. Now when this IR radiation having 2 Hz will try to pass through this sample, as stressing vibration of this carbonyl group is 2 Hz and the frequency of this IR radiation is 2 Hz, then this radiation will be absorbed by this carbonyl group and no IR signal will fall on the detector. So if we plot this situation, then we will get a particular point with respect to this 2 Hz frequency and here we will get a falling edge of the spectrum. After that, we set the frequency of this source with 3 Hz. So the signal which is coming here, there is a IR signal with 3 Hz frequency and this 3 Hz frequency will not be absorbed by this sample and full signal will come on the detector and the detector detect this signal with 100% intensity. And if we plot this situation, then we will get another point which is indicating the 100% transmission. Next, if we increase the frequency of this signal, frequency of the IR radiation as 4 Hz, when this IR radiation with 4 Hz frequency will try to pass through the sample and the wagging frequency of this carbonyl group is 4 Hz, so this IR radiation signal will be absorbed by this sample. It may happen that a very small amount of the signal will be transmitted through the channel and the detector will detect the signal with very low intensity, and if we plot this situation into the graph, we will get another point here. This point indicates a very low intensity. Now if we connect all the points, then we will get a particular spectrum like this. So from this graph we can identify that this is a particular frequency at which there was a absorption, there is a particular frequency at which there was another absorption. So this, from this frequency to this frequency, this is the absorption band. So we got a particular absorption band, and from this figure or from this data one can identify that which type of structure having into the unknown sample, or which type of functional groups are there into the unknown sample. Now this is the functional group with respect to their corresponding absorption band. Say for OH group, the absorption band is 3200 wave number to 3650 wave number, and the intensity of the transmitted signal is strong and broad. Now this is exact spectrum of formaldehyde. Now in the IR spectrum, in x-axis this is the wave number and y-axis is the percentage of transmission. Now this wave number is equivalent to the frequency. Wave number equivalent of frequency. So frequency is hertz. The definition of hertz is cycle per second, means the number of wave in 1 second. Now if we consider speed of light, now speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 10 centimeter per second. If we consider second from two cases, then we can say 3 into 10 to the power 10 centimeter corresponds to a particular number of wave. So 1 centimeter corresponds to a particular number of waves. So number of wave per centimeter is equivalent with the frequency. So when IR radiation with different frequencies allowed to pass through the sample, then with respect to the vibration of unknown sample, we will get the different absorption with different intensity. From the spectrum we can understand which type of functional groups are there into the molecule, or we can have the idea of the structure of the molecule. So this is the basic background or basic science on which the IR spectroscopy depends.